Oh my God, if I die, I'm a legend. When they lay me down to rest, I know I was always repping. Oh my God, my whole life, my words been my greatest weapon. I know I've been the coast's greatest blessing.
Straw Hat bounties after Egghead. Last is Chopper, who has a current bounty of 1,000 berries. Chopper is just too cute for the world government to think he is dangerous and strong. It is a funny joke, and I believe Oda will keep this running for a while. Chopper hasn't done anything special in Egghead, and I don't think he will fight any marine till they leave. In my opinion, he will have a bounty of 2,000 after Egghead arc. Next is Nami. At first, she had a bounty of 66 million, and after Wano, it increased to 366 million, which is huge for Nami. She doesn't like the fact that she has a high bounty on her head, but the world government doesn't care. In Egghead, Nami isn't doing anything special, nor is she fighting some strong marine, so I think her bounty will only increase 100 million. So, from 366 million to 466 million. Next is Brooke. Same as Nami, his bounty increased from 83 million to 388 million after Wano. After leaving Egghead, is unclear if the Straw Hat will have new bounties, but we are getting to the end of One Piece, so I believe they might increase. I believe Brooke will have a bounty of 483 million. Next is Frankie. It is a shame that Frankie hasn't gotten some new powers from Vegapunk, but we still haven't seen how Egghead will end. Unlike Chopper, Nami, and Brooke, Frankie attacked one of the Gorosei and also Kizaru, who is an admiral. At some point, they will have some of the highest bounties in One Piece, so it makes sense if their bounties will increase after Egghead. I personally believe Frankie will have a bounty of 594 million. Next is Usopp. Currently, Usopp has a bounty of 500 million, one of the highest bounties in the world, and is considered a really dangerous pirate. Right now, it isn't his time to shine, and we all are waiting for the Elbaf arc for Usopp to do something. But as part of the Straw Hats who are getting more and closer to the One Piece and escaping all the 5 elders and an admiral, I think his bounty will at least increase to 600 million. Next is Nico Robin. This one is tricky because she had a bounty of only 130 million, and after Wano, it increased to 930 million, which is huge. She is the only hope for Luffy to reach the last island, but will she have a higher bounty than her current one? If I was the one deciding the bounties, she would have 1 billion since she was 8 years old, but now it's too late. Anyway, I believe her new bounty will be 1,030 million. Next is Jinbe. In Egghead, he is playing the helping role and isn't fighting anyone strong himself. Jinbe is smart, and he knows they have to leave, but knowing his crewmate, Jinbe has to be the brain and help them retrieve. It is still early to decide if he will clash with anyone important, but at this point, I do believe it's too late, so I think his bounty will only increase to 1,200 million. Next is Vinsmoke Sanji. After Wano, his bounty increased to 1,032 million, and it will only go up. The left-hand man of the future Pirate King deserves a lot higher, but at this point of his journey, it isn't a bad one. In Egghead, Sanji clashed with Kizaru and even one of the 5 elders, so he is the Straw Hat who has been most active except Luffy himself. As I said before, this crew will be the biggest and strongest crew in One Piece, so their bounties will get a lot higher. And let's not forget they are getting closer to the One Piece, so I believe it's time for Sanji to have a really high bounty. In my opinion, it will be 1,332 million. He didn't defeat anyone and is currently helping Vegapunk and Bonnie to escape, so this number seems fair. Next is Roronoa Zoro, the right-hand man of the future Pirate King. I already made this video, and I thought Zoro won't have a new bounty because he hadn't done anything. He was clashing with Lucci, and I believed Jinbe would take him and leave. But Zoro defeated Lucci, who is the strongest CP0 and has awakened his devil fruit. One of the 5 elders saw Lucci defeated, so they will soon know it was Zoro. His current bounty is 1,111 million, which is not low, but he for sure deserves more. He already defeated King, who still has a higher bounty. Anyway, I think Zoro's bounty will be around 1,477 million. First is the captain himself. This arc has been one of the best in One Piece and the most unpredictable. The way I see things going is that the Straw Hats will escape and won't defeat any of the 5 elders yet. After seeing the awakening of the most crazy power themselves, they will get more scared and do the impossible to take Luffy out now before it's too late. It is hard to say if the Straw Hats will have a new bounty because they are only escaping, and the same as in the whole Cake Island, only Luffy and Sanji had new bounties. Maybe only a few will get new bounties, or maybe no one. I always see Blackbeard above Luffy because I believe he will be the last enemy. If he will be weaker and have a lower bounty, that won't make sense. So I believe it will be around 3,800,000,000. Let's not forget that they are only escaping from the island.
I'm a girl about a 10. I should fuck her in the Benz.